Welcome, friends. Welcome to today's Reconsider It live stream. Best live stream you're gonna see all day. And here on this live stream, you are going to get a very exciting hour or more of playing around with the live looping, vocals only. We're bringing in the synth as well on this one. It's called Tinkering in the Studio. You made the right decision joining us. I see right now in the chat, the man himself. White noise! And so boldly, White Noise has claimed hereby in the chat, in writing, for all of eternity, insisting that I am a content king. Thank you, White Noise. I hereby accept your nomination. I am with it. If you are new to the Reconsider It live streams, welcome! We want you here. Right now we are just hanging out. We are in a warm-up phase, getting the blood flowing. Just getting the blood flowing a bit. And here in this warm-up phase, I need to celebrate. I need to celebrate you. Thank you for being here. Whether you are here with us live and you are in the chat, or you are here with us live but you are not in the chat, or you are here with us after the stream watching on replay. However it is that you are with us, thank you for being here. I'm going to celebrate you at this time in this way. I have got my drink. I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to clink the screen. You are invited to join the rest of us as we cheers along and celebrate our togetherfulness. And it all begins on 1. Oh, what a good one that was. That was very nicely done. Oh, the count up is underway. 2. This is a very patient count up. This is good. I like a patient, expression of things at times. Free. Clank. Cheers, my friend. That's good. That's really good. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I could use some subs. Good. It's like if you had to write up your own personal definition of like what exactly. Let's get philosophical here for a minute. What exactly? What is good? What is it? What's good? What does that mean? What is the quality of good? What is this? What is good? If you were to write up your personal take on that, you would find that it aligns. It aligns, in fact, precise with this live stream. You'd be like, this is good. So we got a tinkering in the studio stream on our hands, my friends. This is good. This is a really, really good addition to your day. Got a plain reverb here. I'm going to put a different kind of reverb on this. I might re-record some of these. I'm not sure. I think I'm probably going to add something on the top looper pretty fast. Getting caught up on the chat now. And I see right now that Thomas has joined us, which is really good. Thomas says, tinkering again, huh? Yeah, this is, this stream it marks 16 days in a row. That's my record. I've never done that many in a row. 16 consecutive days of some kind of stream. Not all tinkering. Some have been 505 beat making. There was one unspoken in there just 3 days ago, I think. Yeah, 3 days ago. I thought yesterday was going to be the 15-day streak, and then that would be it. But I'm streaming right now. Tomorrow, we'll see if I stream tomorrow. If I do, that would be 17 days. And then after that would be Wednesday, which will be 18 days if I do tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty nuts. We'll see if I do tomorrow. In any case, we have 16 days today, which is pretty nice. Thomas is correct to call that out. As was White Noise earlier, by saying that I'm a content king. You know, one of my goals, one of my personal goals, you know, I have different categories of goals. I would say my primary goal is to my primary objective is to give you enhancing, valuable experiences. That's my goal, is to give you something that is meaningful for you. But that's like an outward presence goal. For my own personal goals, one of my personal goals as an artist, in terms of my growth as an artist, from the first time I started streaming, my goal was to provide, or to develop within myself, the ability to like immediately go live with no preparation and do an hour. that was always something I set as a goal for myself. And the first few streams I did, starting a year and 4 months ago, I think. Is that right? Yeah. A year and 4 months ago. So a year and a third ago is when I first started my current stretch of streaming with the loopers and such. And doing just improvised songs and hangouts and such. That was a year and a third ago. And the first few streams I ever did were effectively tinkering in studio streams, where I was playing with the settings in the loopers, and I was just like, why don't I stream while I do this? And then I started streaming, and then even on the first few streams, a few people came in and hung out and were talking, and I was like, oh, this is dope. So then I just kind of kept streaming from there. Then for some reason I got it in my head that I needed to put on a show for you. And that's where Loops and Chill came from. Loops and Chill was always meant to be like a show, like as if you saw me at the bar, you saw me at the venue. I know, it's like a show. But I didn't have an endless supply of songs to keep performing over and over and over. So I made it my own, objective to develop my ability to just do a song on the fly with no preparation for an hour, a couple times a week. And it's pretty easy. If you compare what I do now compared to what I do back then, there's a lot of things that are really different now. There's things I've learned about how to use the different instruments, how to configure the instruments in the first place, how to stack the layers. Like, there's a lot of things that I've been learning and sort of experimenting with and studying. If there was something I was building up to there, I maybe need a reminder. I see joining us right now, we have Automation Traveler. Also, probes and see, there's, whoa, still the reverb on. That's twice in a row I had the reverb on. That's good. I see there's some cool art-related discussions going on in the chat right now. This right here is probably the droniest thing I've ever made. The dronest. And that is cause for celebration. But you know what else is cause for celebration, my friends. You are well aware. You know exactly what is cause for celebration. At this time, we are thoroughly blessed to have, in fact, in the house. Look at how humbled we all are at this time. This contentness, this satisfied humility. Has joined us, also now feeling very serene and very yes. And breathing, yes, and gently uniting with my inner self or something. I see earlier Thomas was saying that what I'm doing tonight on this beat sounds like Sigur Rós. Am I reading that right? Is that like a droney, ambient-y kind of artist? Sigur Rós. This is pretty drony. Oh, you know what? I have to totally hear what these sound like backwards. What do these sound like backwards? Let's do it. Let's do that real quick. It's really easy to backwardsify these. That's a nice feature of these loopers. You can reverse a loop very easily. Oh, this is so much doper. I can't wait to bring in other stuff and see how it all like either syncs up or conflicts. Let's see. Let's start. No conflicts that I'm hearing. So happy I reversed those. That was totally the move. Thomas clarifies that Sigur Rós artist he was recommending. Thomas says it's aerial prog rock and strings. Whoa. I'm interested. I like it. When you say aerial, does that mean like, you know, the aerial dance where they got the silks and all this hanging from the ceiling, and then they, you know, they wrap themselves up in their legs, and then they climb to the top, and then they let go, and it's like, oh no, it's okay. That kind of aerial dance? Is that what you mean when you say aerial? Please tell me they're doing all that while they're playing guitar and all this. That'd be dope. The singer's like doing all the silk dancing and all this. I would like that. I would be interested to see that, you know, live performance. You'd have to run out of breath with the quickness. Friends, rejoice. What has arrived? It sounds like Warheart is having one of those Mondays, and Thomas says, what, did you not have any lasagna because you hate Mondays? And Warheart didn't miss a beat at all. He's like, oh no, yeah, Garfield, totally. No, I didn't have any lasagna. That's great. That's a great way to describe it. Hey, how's your Monday? I did not have any lasagna. Hey man, what'd you think of Monday this week? Yo, I had lasagna. It could have been more lasagna. Am I right? But yeah, I had some lasagna. That's the new slang. It'll be adopted by many hundreds of thousands of people. They'll all be describing their Mondays by referencing the binary of the presence of lasagna. And then in a generation from now, you go talk to the sovereign of England, whoever it may be at that time. Let's say it's whoever may be the next queen. And you say, hello, with all of the proper decorum of respect in all of this. And, you're having this great experience that you get to have this, a direct interaction with the queen. And, you only have like a moment. I don't know what the setting is that you're meeting the queen. It's not very long that you have though. And it happens to be Monday. And you're like, my queen, what it is, what is happening with your Monday, my queen? And the queen is like, oh, I'm glad you asked. I did not have any lasagna. And at that time, it'll be this very satisfying, it took a generation, but it fully permeated all classes of society and totally took over all of humanity. In any case, to Warheart, I hope you do get some lasagna soon. Like presently as we speak. More lasagna for Warheart. Let's have that as like a hashtag. More lasagna for Warheart. I still gotta make another one of these loops over here. Let's see. The final instrument that I haven't used yet. This one is like a very, center stage kind of solo sort of thing. I'm gonna go off of the speaking mic. I'm gonna go onto this instrument, let the loops play around, see what I might do, record a loop and come back. See ya. happy with that? All right, Warheart, you get to be the first person who has this. I guess the only person. You get to have the only honor in all of history. This particular honor can be bestowed precisely once to one person ever, and I am hereby bestowing it to you. Warheart gets the following honor. This is gonna be such a good honor. You'll be like, oh my god, I'm very honored at this time. Here's the honor. The honor is as follows. I'm gonna pin your comment to the screen. And the reason this is an honor, it can happen only once in all of history, is that I don't know what the behavior is going to be. I haven't tested this. I don't know if it's going to replace the fact that it has that banner at the bottom that says the key and the beats per minute. I don't know if it's going to replace that, or if it's going to, be above it or next to it or something, or is it going to like replace it, and then when I take the comment off, then it's going to automatically come back, or do I have to go and enable it? Look at this wonderful honor you have, Warheart. I'm going to learn something, and your comment's going to be on the screen. It's going to be so good. Let's see what happens. All right, it has replaced the banner. So now the question is, after we leave Warheart's very glorious comment, here we go. Like that? Yeah, there it is. Oh, look at this. Wait, let me see. This is always, I gotta do it like backward. Okay, hold on, I'm going this way. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That's some lateral stuff right there. That's a successful operation, if I do say so myself. Anyway, Warheart's hilarious comment here. Oh, look at that. The banner came back automatically. That's dope. That's exactly the behavior I would want. Thank you, StreamYard. You nailed it. That's some good user interface stuff. UI design is not some easy thing that you would be awesome at. Unless you do it professionally, then I'm not talking to you. But if you've never had any exposure to what UI design is like and how enormously complicated it can be, well, it can be a lot to manage, including many decisions that are you can't satisfy all needs. That's true of any kind of management, though. Anytime you're responsible for something, you can't fully always meet all needs of all, customers, I suppose, consumers, whatever your position is. These are pretty dope. I'm glad for those of you who said that you're digging on these, zoning out on this kind of stuff right here. Something good with this. Something good came out of this here. I like this. Reversing it and everything. It's good. Warheart confirms that he's greatly honored. That's good. That's good. I'm glad it worked out like that. Everything worked out really well.
Everything worked out really well. It was a well working out kind of situation where things worked out well. Yes. All of the well working out. It was indeed a fair amount of working out well. Yes. Yes, it worked out well. It worked out well. Well, it worked out well.
see there's some lasagna-related chats going on at this time. Sounds like a good Monday. Probe says, lasagna made with grapeseed oil. Ooh. We're getting into like culinary stuff here. I know there's such a thing as grapeseed oil, but I have no sense of like how that impacts the thing you're cooking with it. The thing you're using grapeseed oil to cook. I like grapes. Does that matter? I like when you get like these big grapes. I like the green. They're like really firm. They have them sometimes, at the grocery store. And I'm like, give me them. Those are so good. Those are my favorites. The mangoes at my local grocer are beginning to wane in terms of the season. There was a period of like a week or two where the mangoes were just so dope. And I was like, oh, I gotta get like a zillion of... They make containers of, they slice the mangoes ahead of time and you buy a container of it. So I get these containers of sliced mangoes. Man, so good. It's been so good for the past maybe week or two. But it's beginning to wane a bit. So be it. That's what it means to have fruit, I guess. They come in seasons. But the other lasagna-related chats that I see going on that are, for sure, going to be fun to say out loud. Warheart says that my wife concocted a green chile. Is that supposed to mean like chili? Is that pepper? Is that what we're talking about? Green chili enchilada lasagna. And so now here's the awesome chat that Warheart says. Enchiladasanya? Enchiladasanya? Oh, that's what it is. Enchiladasanya. Even though you got to say the whole word enchilada in there, so it's not really that. It's not like a very fair portmanteau, but it flows. Enchiladasanya. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Enchiladasanya. I don't think I've ever had enchiladasanya, but enchiladas are pretty good. Good enchiladas are good. I like that. Empanadas. The first time I ever had empanadas was in Peru, and I got some like really dope, traditional, authentic, just some person making some empanadas, and I was like, this is great. And then I came back to the United States, and I'm like, oh, they have empanadas here. And I ate an empanada, and I'm like, this is not like the one that I had in Peru. That was an excellent, very delicious empanada that, after I had it, I'm like, I should have bought like 6 more of those. I didn't buy 6 more of them, by the way. To this day, I'm regretting it. I wake up at night and I'm mad at myself for fumbling the opportunity and for not taking advantage when I had the opportunity. I'm also frustrated with my then naivete at assuming that it would be easy to come by additional opportunities, which is in large part what led me to waste the opportunity in particular that I had. All the regret I carry with me. Oh, I carry regret. So good enchiladas. are good. It's my main point. It's the main thing that I'm establishing here. Just firmly establishing in a way that we will all be able to agree on in the future. There won't have to be any further discussions on this particular topic. We're all on the same page that good enchiladas are good. Yeah? We're on the same page about that? Good enchiladas are good. Now, building upon that conjecture, I would go even further, and I would assert that awesome enchiladas are awesome. And you can even put other words in there like dope enchiladas are dope, which I feel is also a pretty non-controversial assertion. If you were to go to, you know, some random person on the street and be like, hey, what do you think about this statement? Good enchiladas are good. They'd be like, oh, it goes without saying. And it's like, right. By the way, how's your Monday? And they're like, dude, lasagna. I'd be like, yes, that is the world I want to live in. That is indeed a very, very good turn of events. Oh, nice. I see we've also got right now. This world needs a hero. There's a lot of chat. I got to get caught up on it. That went off the screen. It's dope. I like a very active chat. That's my favorite kind of tinkering stream for my own selfish purposes. My own selfish purposes, I enjoy it a lot when there's a lot of chat and a lot of capacity to interact. It's good. I see there's talk around pizza and such. Probe says the grapeseed oil thing has a nutty flavor. All right, good. I found that chat. Thomas says, come to my house for pizzas and bring your turtles. Why we bring our turtles? Are you going to eat the turtles? What do we bring? Are you going to put the turtles on the pizza? Is that what this is? Is that? I want to make sure I'm on board. I understand what's going to happen here. To be clear, I will not be eating turtles. I like turtles. I don't have a turtle as a pet, but I had considered, at least at one time, I had considered having a turtle. One time, a friend asked me to watch her turtle for like a week. She was, I don't know, going on vacation or something. I don't remember what it was. But I watched her turtle for a week, and I liked it. I had a fun time with the turtle. It would eat lettuce, and I was like, look at this thing. Sometimes I look at animals, and I'm like, whoa, look at it. It's moving. It blows my mind. It's like, look at this thing. What is... I had that experience with that turtle. I forget that turtle's name, but it was a good turtle. Also fell into the uncontroversial category of statements such as good turtles are good. Warheart says he had a turtle once, and before that he had Ninja Turtle action figures. So did I. I was in the Ninja Turtle era when it was like those original cartoons that came on, what was it, Saturday morning or whatever that was? The late 80s, is that what that was? I don't remember exactly when that was. But I was in that. I got caught by that as a kid. You know, I was part of the target audience that was like, you youthful mind, you you need something to fixate on and learn and imprint, don't you? And I was like, what? I have no awareness of that because I'm actually that age and I don't have, you know, that level of metacognition regarding what's happening in my psychological development. And then the pushers of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were like, excellent. Here's the deal. You should learn these 4 turtles. And I'm like, I'm with it. I'm believing. This seems plausible to me. They're like, yeah. 4 turtles. I'm like, uh-huh. And they're like, oh, but it's like mutant turtles. And I'm like, okay, sure, mutant turtles. I'm with it. That's part of reality. Got it. And there's more to it. I'm like, well, okay. What else you got for some mutant turtles? They're like, dude, they're teenagers. I'm like, what? That is not too far from my age. And they're like, I know, we're targeting you on purpose like this. And I'm like, whoa. So they're teenagers? And they're like, yes, teenagers. Like, that's acceptable to me. I'm more down with that than I would if they were like 40 or 50 years old or something. And they're like, I know, we've engineered this for you. And here's the best part. And I'm like, what? You said they're teenagers. How could this get any better? They're like, listen, they're turtles. I'm like, yes, we've established this. They're like, and they're mutants. I'm like, I know. They're like, listen, you're not hearing us. They're turtles and they're mutants. I'm like, I heard you said teenagers too. They're like, yes, teenagers. I'm like, okay, they're teenage, mutant turtles. And they're like, see, there's more. I'm like, what? How many like ludicrous words are you gonna cram together that like you must have run through some kind of probability algorithm to find things that let's pick 4 words that just never are gonna be together. And they're like, yes, the final word is ninja. I'm like, yo, what do you need me to learn about these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They're like, all right, listen. One of them, he wears a blue thing, and he's called Leonardo. He's got a sword, katana. You got to know that word katana, even though you don't know the difference. You know the difference between a katana blade versus other types of blades. Just Leonardo katana, blue. That's all you got to know. I'm like, that's easy. This is not a lot. And then there's the other ones. Michelangelo has the orange. Sometimes they make him with yellow. He's got the nunchucks. I'm like, I can memorize this stuff. And they're like, listen, you got to remember this when you're like 45. I'm like, it's very easy to do. I'm going to remember this. Like, you sure? Yes. I have memorization capabilities. They're like, I'm glad you're dedicating your youthful memorization capabilities to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's going to serve you really well. And I'm like, it gets better. Not only will I memorize your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'll also spend my time playing video games. I'm going to learn about, like, Super Mario Brothers. And when I'm 45, I'll still be able to remember the 30 lives code for Contra on the NES. So that was a very elaborate tangent that I went off on. And this is why I like the chat so much. That's the kind of stuff that I'm not going to say on my own. That's all in response, which I like. George says, my wife makes banging empanadas. Dope. Yeah, I believe that like homemade empanadas can be really fly. I haven't had good empanadas outside of Peru, but I also haven't like gone and searched for them. So there might be like, 7 places in my town that have them and I don't know about it. Wow, there's so much food-related stuff going on. This reminds me, I just made a food channel in my Discord server. If you're a Discord person, you should send me a friend request and join my server. We have various channels on all sorts of whatevers. A lot of music-related focus. I certainly post all of my streams there. When I release a new song of some sort or have some other kind of announcement, certainly I have my channels. But it's a Discord server, so we got, memes and all sorts of whatever. There's a mental health channel. That one's fun. I haven't posted there in a while. But yeah, if you're a Discord person, send me a friend request and join my server. This is a great chat tonight. I've even got all the nose blowing and everything with my overactive sinuses that I have. So dope. Warheart says, yeah, Ninja Turtles was perfectly engineered to hook us as boys. Yeah. Yeah, those things aren't an accident. It's not an accident that, Ninja Turtles succeeded, but Street Sharks? That did not succeed. I don't know anything about Street Sharks, but that's a comparable knockoff. Or, what was it? Battletoads? They made video games about that. The games, I think, sold. I never had one of those. I don't know if I ever played a Battletoads game. You ever played that Ninja Turtles game, the arcade game, where it's the side scroller? It's sort of like a beat 'em up, Double Dragon kind of game. I played that a couple weeks ago. There's so many arcade bars nowadays. I'm happy about that. That's a good thing. I am now living the life that I wish I could have been living when I was 20. It's man. Comic book movies and everything. You know how happy I would have been? The first Spider-Man movie came out when I was, I think, 22. I had a college friend who was also into comics. So me and him were like, oh man, Spider-Man, they're gonna do Green Goblin. Oh, look at that. He's, oh wow, this is a costume. We were pretty happy. But nowadays, with the whole 10-year Marvel Universe thing they did, going up to Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, now everything else, they're building up to Doom. Oh, I can't wait. Doom is the greatest character in all of fiction. Period. Doom is the greatest character. The greatest. So I'm a little concerned about how they're just shoehorning Robert Downey Jr. to be Doom. It's they gotta make Doom into a real, he's gotta stick around a while. I've heard some fan theories that Robert Downey Jr. as Doom is just a feint. He's not the real Doom. That's what I've heard. Some of that mumbling fan theory stuff. I've not heard that, confirmed in any way, of course. That would be pretty dope if they do, in fact, use Robert Downey Jr. Doom just as a way to sort of get people interested, but the real Doom, kicks the shit out of him, during Doomsday or something. There's multiple Dooms or something, because they were supposed to do Kang Dynasty. We were going to get some kind of Kang War. Maybe they're still going to keep some element of that, and Robert Downey Jr. Doom is only maybe the first Doom we see. I don't know. They got to keep him around though. That's why I'm concerned if they're doing Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, because it kind of cheapens it a little bit. In fact, it cheapens it quite a lot. They should have a new actor for the real Doom. But I'm still looking forward to it. I am currently living the life that like 20-year-old me wishes I would have. I see there's also some discussion about Indian food, Indian restaurants. Indian food is definitely one of my top 3 cuisines. Indian, Thai. Ah, man. I'm thinking, do I want Mexican or sushi to be in that top 3? Definitely Indian and Thai. Those are the top 2 for me. Those are the top cuisines, just period. Indian and Thai food. And then the third and fourth are probably Mexican and sushi. I don't know which one is third and which one is fourth. Also, suddenly my knee hurts me. I'm experiencing a strange pain here. It's not exactly my knee. It's like, let me give you all the details of my whatever just happened here. Like a spasm, maybe. Some like very, very small muscle might be having a spasm near my knee. It's a little above my knee. Does that help? Is that good? I'm not gonna put weight on that leg. I'm gonna pick it up and kind of try to nurse it a little. And in the meantime, my friends, thank you for being here today. What an excellent tinkering in the studio stream this has been. We got this dope beat. We had all sorts of awesome chat. Very, very good stuff. This is the kind of stuff you look forward to, and then you're so happy when you get it. This is so good. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I could use some subs. I see there's a little bit of continued discussion around how they should have let Robert Downey Jr.'s character die out. He had the best character death in cinematic history. Yeah, it was crazy. The whole Marvel Cinematic Universe building up to Infinity War, or I guess Endgame was the second one. But all of that, the 10 years building all the way up to that moment, that was awesome. That was awesome. I understand people who aren't happy since that time and they feel the quality level has gone down. I totally get it. I love it still. I love comic book stuff. That you can't show me a comic book thing that I'm not happy with. Except there are some. I'm really excited about the new DC movie universe. For everybody who wanted the Snyderverse, I totally hear that. Zack Snyder was absolutely robbed of what could have been an awesome cinematic universe. I heard that he was going to build up to Thawne, to Reverse Flash, as the big bad. It's going to take 10 years building up to Thawne. And I was like, oh my god, that would have been so awesome. So he was totally robbed. We were robbed. The Snyderverse would have been awesome. And at the same time, it's totally over and gone. So I'm like, all we can do is be happy with the new DC universe coming out. And I am happy with it so far. I like Peacemaker. I'm looking forward to the next. Comes out in 3 days. Nice. Peacemaker Season 2 comes out in 3 days. I like the Suicide Squad that James Gunn did. I like Peacemaker Season 1. I like the Superman movie. I like Creature Commandos. All of that's the James Gunn DC universe. I like it. It's not the same as the Snyderverse. It's a totally different tone. I understand the people who are very upset about the Snyderverse. And at the same time, I have room to like this one too. Snyderverse would have been awesome. What we got of the Snyderverse was awesome. And at the same time, now we have this other thing. So I'm down with the new DC universe. It's good so far. Superman movie. We got Metamorpho. I mean, come on. This is awesome. Guy Gardner. Man. Guy Gardner's the first, like, decent Green Lantern we got in live action. We got some Batman-related conversation going on. The Batman was cool, said Thomas. You mean the recent one with what's-his-face? What is it, Robert Pattinson? That one? The Batman? You're referring to that? Probe says, I loved Batman comics, but not the movies. I liked the, what was it, Christian Bale? Is that his name? That one, where we got Ra's al Ghul in the first one, and then we got the Joker with Heath Ledger. That was awesome. That was such a good movie. Everybody was so excited about that and so happy when he died. That was a crush for us as a fan, or as fans. And then we got, you know, the third movie that was going to be more dope because it was supposed to have the Joker in it, in addition to whatever else with Bane and so on, and Talia. But I like the first two Batman movies with Christian Bale. The Batman movies from the 90s were like, with, what the hell is his name? Oh, why am I remembering? Why? I don't remember his name. The other guy. Thomas says yes, he was talking about the Robert Pattinson movies. Supposedly the second one is like 2 years from now, or I don't know, maybe it's 1 year from now. I was on the Robert Pattinson one. It was very, you know, different from what I would expect from a Batman movie. It had a number of good qualities. There's that one scene, you know, you may already know which scene I'm talking about. Like, this is the dopest scene of that movie, where he's chasing the Penguin, and then he, you know, like, flips the car, and it's on fire and everything. Like, that was a dope scene. They did a good job cinematically, I guess. That was really good. The Penguin TV show spin-off, that was awesome. If you have not seen that show, that was great. That wasn't just like, hey, yeah, that was a pretty good show. No. It was really good. That show was awesome. The Penguin. If you haven't seen it, oh man, you should watch that. Even if you're not into comics, it's not really comic-y. It's more like gangstery. It's a gangstery vibe kind of show. That was so good. So that was a nice little, I guess, spin-off. Oh, thank you, chat. See, this is one of the reasons I like to chat so much. We form this, like, extra intelligence when all of us form together with, you know, a common focus. This extra human intelligence emerges, including features like memory. So yeah, Michael Keaton, that's who I was talking about. Thank you, friends. And the other ones, who was it? Like Val Kilmer, and there was one more, George Clooney. When they were Batman, those movies, but it was pretty dope in the recent Flash movie, which was not a dope movie. I was happy with it, you know. I like comic book stuff, okay, but that was definitely not an awesome movie. But it was cool how he met Michael Keaton Batman after he went back and, you know, messed with things. He met Michael Keaton Batman, which was wild, and then he messed with things some more, and it was, what was it, George Clooney? That was not something that I didn't anticipate seeing him. I anticipated there'd be some kind of wildness or something would happen or whatever. but I didn't anticipate specifically George Clooney. By the way, spoilers. Warheart says he never heard of the Penguin spinoff. Oh my god, dude. If you at all are interested in, like, watching stuff, if you watch shows or movies, you know, I know not everybody does, but if you do, or you're into movies or into shows, you should totally watch the Penguin TV series. With, who's Colin Farrell. I believe that's his name, the actor who is the Penguin. Colin Farrell. It's so good. It's like, I watched that show and I'm like, all right, there is hope for TV shows. Like, that's how I felt about it. Like, this is quality stuff. The writing, the acting, just the believability, the unpredictability, just everything is so dope. Probes brings up The Abyss. I never heard of that. It's a series, sorry. I thought you said a movie. A series, The Abyss. B-Y-S. Oh, The Boys. Sorry. If I read a little further in the chat. Yeah, of course we've heard of The Boys. Yeah, The Boys is great. I saw the first few episodes. The first few seasons. But I'm not fully caught up. I wish I were. The Boys was awesome. Did you ever read The Boys comics? What about The Umbrella Academy? Are you familiar with that one? I watched that show on Netflix. It's pretty good. The first season I felt was pretty strong. The seasons after that were like, eh. The comics were also like, I could see why they might be a cult thing, but I wasn't terribly enthralled with the comics. Man, comic book discussions are such a good. We have a comic book channel on my Discord. Friend me on Discord if you're a Discord person. I'll invite you to my server. We got a comic channel and a food channel that I just made today. I posted a samosa. I had a samosa that was in some tamarind sauce, and it had been sitting in the tamarind sauce for 10 minutes while I walked to my place that I was going to eat it. And then when I began to eat it, I was like, oh, my samosa's all in the tamarind sauce. And I posted a photo of that juice. That. bit.